Good morning, happy holidays, and welcome to another edition of the Great Green Home Show. We'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in today, as well as those of you who are listening online at WILM.com. We hope you're warm and happy and ready to find out what you can do to reduce your carbon footprint, save some electricity, but more importantly, save yourself some money.
And have some fun.
And as always, our goal is to entertain and deliver some useful information and energy savings tips, as we also try to give you the latest information available regarding all things green. And actually, we need to thank you, our listeners, today, because we learn so much every week when we research the topics that, in some cases, that you've provided us with.
We really
topics to build the theme for each week's show. So Paul Brook and I have learned already 10 times more than we'd have ever thought existed greenness-wise. And we've learned how to save energy, whether or not ethanol makes sense, Energy Star products, SEER ratings, wind power, dryers, natural gas, energy-efficient automobiles, and, of course, we've learned an awful lot about what our future holds. So we do feel extremely privileged to be able to bring you this info. And it's our hope that we can keep up with the incredibly vast changes that are upcoming everywhere on the planet, both in technology, the number of people who are shining a light on saving our planet.
Go Al.
So thanks again for supporting the show and helping us educate ourselves as we try to change our habits and bring you along for the ride. Please feel free to correct us, send us letters,
car we're riding in.
Call and scream at us, whatever it is you feel is necessary. And remember,
scream at Doug.
Make us aware of anything you think we missed or information you feel is important to be put out over the air so that we can help everyone reduce the carbon footprint and save
I know,
energy.
especially correct us. Sometimes I call ratio ratings and I say different things.
Silly things like that. But speaking of helping us, does anyone know where we can find some green holiday music? We'd love to play some if someone can tell us where to find it.
That's right, we'll put it on air.
Anyway, I'm Doug Hunt. Next to me is my co-host, Paul Hughes. Good morning, my green brother. What's going on?
Let's see. This week, passage of the federal energy bill. Well, anyway, the president says he's going to veto it, but go online. We're going to bring that up next week. I have the complete summary of that. But it's the CAFE standards are at 35 miles. We're only 20 years behind Europe, so that's good. We're trying to catch up.
Only 20 years.
Yeah, so support your congressmen, your senators in getting this bill passed, and hopefully they can override the veto. More money for alternatives are in the program, which is excellent, reducing carbon. Investment incentives for plug-in hybrids for both buyers and manufacturers.
So overdue.
Yeah, well, you're going to get a big credit if you get a plug-in hybrid, and I think that's coming. And we only have a year to wait for it to come around again with our new president. Al Gore in Bali is standing up for the United States and saying that, yes, we are responsible for a lot of this, while the United States is somewhat holding it up for reasons yet unpublished, so we'll hold our opinions as to that. But there's some very interesting things going on in the Global Climate Conference in Bali, and again, Google that and find out what's happening there. Blue Water Wind starts negotiating with utilities in Maryland. Of course, that's not getting much press here in Delaware, but they started already negotiating with Maryland to put a wind farm off Ocean City, Maryland. They've also adjusted their price downward for the bid with Delmarva. That was new. Let's see. Large-scale agro-fuel production, which has and will threaten food security, farmers' forest, and land rights in developing countries and in Africa in particular. For this reason, everyone from indigenous peoples to the UN experts are urging governments to rethink their enthusiasm for the new green gold rush. So biofuels minus agrofuels. That's the new call out there.
Hey, you want to go out and check out GAIAfoundation.org. GAIAfoundation.org.
All right.
So I don't want to beat it to death, but I'm going to
in
anyway.
fact, just short one on that. We'll pick it up later.
Which one?
Green Expo.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Great Green Expo. Well, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Come on.
March 29th, 2008 at the Chase Riverfront Center. We implore everyone to put this on their calendar. Yeah, you heard me.
We're out there for horses,
This
cows,
will be
chickens.
the centerpiece of the green movement in the Delaware Valley. We want everyone from southeastern PA, South Jersey, northern Maryland, all of Delaware to attend this thing. The expo will have something for everybody, and whether you're already ultra green, just a little green, only think about green, or not even green at all.
You just want to be lime green.
So we'll have some celebrity guests, great local and regional musicians, speakers, talking about all kinds of things, interesting stuff like different educational organizations, with some surprise stuff specifically for the kids.
Oh, there's great young people stuff and contests and Young People's Corner and all sorts of games.
Yep, there'll be some green this, a little renewable that, and interesting vendors, some really cool products.
Great door prize.
Out the yin-yang on that one.
Great door prize.
And as we start to develop things, or as things develop, I should say, more and more information about this will become available.
More specific,
at the
as we
Green
know,
Crown Jewel So, again, it's March 29th at the Riverfront, Chase Riverfront Center. Before we get started, we need to thank our sponsors. Paul?
CMI Electric, Energy Services Group, SunTrust Mortgage of Christiana, MyEco Agent and Option Insurance Group. Also, Mark Unruh for the great music. And listen to Scott Burney's program on WVUD. He's very green, 91.3 FM on Fridays as a precursor to ours. It's the twofer. Now, my tip for the day is for Christmas, okay, don't buy savings bonds. Buy stock in a green mutual fund or in a green growth company for the kids. They will learn more. They will research green technology, and they'll follow the technology as it grows and as their stocks grow. So that's my green stocking stuffer green tip for the day.
That's a great idea.
Santa's wearing green this year, by the way, so don't mistake him. Forget the red.
Right.
Okay. So we're into disclaimer. Doug, save us.
The content of the Great Green Home Show is solely the responsibility of the Environmental Communications Foundation. It does not necessarily reflect the opinion of WILM, sponsors of Clear Channel Radio. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or use of the Great Green Home Show, its contents without written permission from the Green Fox, Paul Hughes, Sister Mary Chlorophyll, Father Seamus O'Toole, and the Environmental Communications Foundation is strictly prohibited.
Did you forget Cletus T. Beaumont?
I took him out.
Oh, you did?
With Sister Mary because
it was too long
today.
No Cletus. Okay, great. I miss my buddy. All right, what do we have next?
We have today's topic, which is sponsored by Energy Services Group, our top 10 green things to do at your school.
That's right, because we have Lynn Cherry on today, who is a school activist, author, etc. So let's start with this. Number 1. Do you want it? You want me to take it?
Start an organic garden. Learn about how food really works, how it's grown, and how it affects your body.
And education. Number 2, change the food being offered in your cafeteria if it's not good and if it's not healthy. Talk to your dietitian to make contracts with local farmers and growers. If you have to, boycott the lunchroom, and we'll talk to Lynn about that later.
Low-flow water faucet heads, shower heads, and toilets. Now, of course, there aren't. Well, I guess they do have showers at the high schools.
Absolutely.
And stuff, for the athletes.
I hope
and
so.
The gym classes.
My God, I hope so. All right, number 4, CFL and lights. Lights off on automatic programmable controls. Don't leave the lights on at night if you can help it. Make sure they don't.
For those of you who don't remember, are compact fluorescent bulbs. They're much, much, much more energy efficient and longer lasting than incandescents.
Absolutely.
If number 5, you want to check thermostats, make sure that they're programmable. Obviously,
hot water, big boilers. Whoa.
Yep, they can lower that to temperature to 58, 55.
And people
overnight.
can wear sweaters. I mean, they do it in Europe. All over Europe. They lower the temperature.
My wife's like, turn up the heat. I'm like, put on a blanket.
There you go. Number 6, service filters on HVAC equipment. Pretty much they'll know about that. Just make sure that those people are changing their filters at least once a month. You may have more of a cost in filters, but you're going to have a lot more savings in energy.
Number 7, get an energy audit. Just like a home energy audit, you can have the school audit, and they'll check everything to make sure the building is tight and energy efficient.
Number 8, install solar power, solar hot water, geothermal. Make a program. Ask them if they have a 10-year program for going sustainable or renewable.
Number 9, projects for classes for stream stewardship. That's just two power plants.
Right.
Power plants. Whose power plants?
This is free trade business, recycling plants, landfills, farms, project for classes. Stream stewardship, go visit the power plants, go to different green businesses, go to the recycling plants. Make sure that you're being taken on your field trips to green field trips.
Sorry, that's my bad.
That's all right.
And number 10, green current event classes and curriculum to keep this with the changing world. So we're going to be right back after these messages from our sponsors.